Okay, hello. This is Layla Preston from 365daysofnoscreens.com, and today, following the success of our 1 week review on Sintra AI, a link of which you can find in the corner of the screen now, we are going to go through all different 12 employees, AI employees, and deep dive into each one of what they do. So last video, which you should be able to get a link, was all about Buddy and all the amazing things that he can do to help develop your business. You can click on the video on the right hand side and you should be able to get that video up as well. At the time of this recording, VIP 70 is still working. That's VIP 70. That's a whopping 70% off Sintra AI. Just use the link at the description below. It's 365daysofnoscreens.com/Sintra. And hopefully 70% off is still working. If not, try VIP 60 for 60% off. That's VIP 60. You should be able to get both links in the description box below. So let's move swiftly on. So a quick overview of Sintra AI and what is it. 1 week review will give you a very basic overview of what you do. I go through everything in that video. So if you want to do a proper overview, just click on that video. But just very, very quickly, Sintra AI is a platform where you can hire 12 AI employees, so they're virtual employees who can work on your business in their different roles 24/7. So no sick days, no holidays, and they use a term of AI called iterative AI, which is the more you plug into it, the smarter they become. And the way you do that, it works a little bit like ChatGPT. You plug in what you want in the as it is in the ChatGPT search box, and one of these AI employees will pick it up. And at the very beginning, when you first register, you will have some onboarding questions. This is where you feed into your brain AI. So at the very beginning, when you create your profiles, you should hopefully, I think you'd have to email for 10 profiles. I'm not sure if everyone's accessing 10 profiles at the moment, but you should be able to have 5 profiles. You create your own business. I massively recommend that you create a profile for each business that you have. I have multiple businesses, so I've just created one profile for each. And what you can do is once you've created your profile, you go straight into answering the guided questions. These are onboarding questions, and it just feeds into the brain AI and makes it smarter, more intuitive. And every single day you'll get questions, probably further refining the questions that you've answered. Or you can add info manually if you wanted to. And you'll have a lot of setups. Those setups will be where you'd be adding your websites, any sort of files that you want to use. And these are the questions that employees have asked. And you've just answered them. I've got loads in this one. This is Hand to Hold is our very new business. This is our very latest one where we are creating an app to connect prenatal and postnatal women in the UK to physical and mental health services in their area. And we've pretty much developed the entire skeleton business plan of Hand to Hold in Sintra, which is amazing. So all of the systems and processes that we've created have been created on Sintra. And one of the most amazing things is you can also connect your social media accounts and have Sintra auto post for you, auto review. You don't have to give it that much power, but you can have that option. And there are other services that you can connect to, like Gmail. It will check your emails for you, review it, and even respond to emails. You can connect to your calendars, connect to Google Drive. So every time you've got a chat come up, you can save it onto the Google Drive. At the time of recording, it only saves it to the main drive. So it's not available to certain areas of your drive at the moment, so you have to manually move it over if you've got different folders. And these are all the other apps that you can connect to. So what's coming soon is Slack, Asana, and Discord, which is pretty amazing. And Strava, if you do any activities and stats, you can connect. And this is great if you use Notion. This is very new, so I will be connecting to Notion, but we won't be going through that now. I just wanted to give you a bit of an overview. So today we're going to be digging deep into Cassie, and each one of these roles is pretty much like ChatGPT. You click on it. If you ask a main question, someone's going to pick it up, and it's depending on the question. But if you have a particular question, a specific question, and you want one of the helpers to ask you, so for example, something related to a customer or customer support, you'd probably go into Cassie and ask the question directly into there. And each employee has power ups, as you saw with the buddies video. We went through all of the buddies. We will go into each of these power ups as well and create some examples on how they all work. And then I'll show you a little bit what Cassie has helped me in my business as well. Through my previous chats, I will show you exactly what she does. So Cassie is all about customer support. She is very, very good at enhancing the whole onboarding experience from getting a lead all the way through the process of the feedback loop. So she can garner feedback, close feedback loops, and make sure that you are constantly using the feedback to further enhance your business. And she's very good at sort of like developing sort of like auto generic FAQ questions for your website. So some examples of what Cassie's done for me recently, as per the questions that she had asked. So she's created quick response templates library for hand to hold support, which is great. And then you can see that she's created some emails that I can use and given me some guidelines on how to implement these. And any other questions, if I wanted to create any additional templates or any specific scenarios, I can feed that back into there. And if you're happy with this conversation, you can also save the chat to Drive. Bear in mind that it won't save any previous chats. It will just save that current chat. I'm sure that that's going to be just. I made a suggestion to Sintra. I'm sure that's going to change soon. However, it will only save the last chat. If you don't like it, please feedback to that this response isn't great, and it will help make it smarter. You can copy and save it to wherever you want, or you can ask it to regenerate the answer. So just give you another couple more examples of what Cassie's done. Service interruption communication framework development. So upon the questions that she asked me, she figured that this would be more important for me, the service interruption communication framework development. And some other things that she has created for me is a postpartum mood tracker chatbot feature, because in our app we want to implement a personalized AI service, a 24/7 service. So the app is actually personalized towards that parent's journey, which we believe will be integral into developing the app for underserved and more rural and sort of tech poor areas. So she's developed a nice little tracker that can be implemented into the AI model. And what will then happen is that she will then connect this app to the services, because we are trying to create the Netflix of services for prenatal and postnatal women in the UK. And so hopefully the AI will automatically connect that user to any particular service that's on the app. One thing I forgot to say is once you've answered all the questions, you will get these little dots here. This means that these ideas have come upon the questions that you've asked. So say you're asking these questions, answering these questions. So here we go. This is a specific question that Soshi's asking. I won't do that now. That takes some time. Once you've done that, you can click on the 12 new ideas, and each employee will give you some ideas, and you can heart that idea if you think it's a really great idea. So analyze NHS system search patterns. Or you can cross it. I quite like this idea, so I'm not going to cross it. There is an AI-driven personalized birth plan session that's also great. Premium tier benefit comparison. And then you can just heart all the ones that you really like. And then once they are done, your helper will go to sleep after they've created the work, obviously. They will go to sleep, and then you'll just get these red dots. And that means these red dots mean that they've got to work instantly. To give you a bit of an example, it will pop up in the chat automatically here. There you go. So they've created the work already, and they'll ask you some questions at the end on how you want to further refine this. So let's go back to Cassie. I'm looking at Cassie's power-ups now. These are all different types of services that relate to the customer. So for example, if we go through one by one, we've got support report creator. So if you click on this, you can generate a detailed support report based on customer feedback. So if we go back, let's start with, let's start here. Okay. So say for example, a customer has come up to you and said, the app is really slow. Cassie's come up with this summary. So there's common grievance regarding the app's performance, specifically to its speed. To analyze the feedback, users consistently report that the app is slow. While users appreciate the app's concept, features slow performance negatively impacts their freedom. So if you've implemented some kind of feedback questionnaire or something which you should be doing, so what we want to do is we want to have the feedback form readily available at all times for the customer to then just add their comments or click a button or do something that can help us understand if there is something wrong or if there's something that's doing right. So say for example, this is just an example. We haven't got this yet, but this is just an example. So, for example, maybe we have put some questions on the questionnaire. How long did it take for you to get to this section of the app? Where is it that you experienced this problem? And then you can see that there is some stats related to what we could do to improve or optimize the app. And then what you can do is feed this over to your developer and say, hey, look, this is the problem. Can you help us? And if you like it, you can copy it and send it over to your colleague or your business partner or the helper, or you can ask it to improve the answer, or you can edit it. You can go in and edit it before you send it over. And here you can just ask it any custom instructions, like, for example, please focus on the speed of a particular section of the app or something like that. Okay, and then the second power up that Cassie has is a customer chat responder. So you can respond to customer chat messages in AI format. So maybe someone has come up with a question like, I need help with accessing your AI service for pregnancy, and then you can just any custom instructions like only use UK English or focus on a particular area, and then click on generate. There you go. And these are the kind of questions that you could add into your AI chats. Here we go. So this is something that you could feed through to the AI developer and say, hey, look, we want to start with this. And then, for example, if customer comes back and says, I want to access pregnancy services, for example, I'm sorry to hear you're having trouble accessing. Please ensure you're logged into the app, blah, 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 blah. You can edit this. And then you can just keep going and feeding these into your AI developer or your AI service, which is great. So it just comes up with some great ideas of how you can respond to customer queries. And then the third one is FAQ generator. So these are generally for the website for your brand or product. So let's go with a generic how to subscribe to the premium version of the app. Okay. And if you want to click in on any more custom instructions, you can, and it will generate an FAQ for you. There we go. And this, you can plug this into your website. You can plug this into the apps page. You can do this. You can plug this into your email newsletters or anywhere that you think that people need to access the FAQs. And it's quite detailed, as you can see. And it's what's great about this is because we fed a lot of information about the app already into the Brain AI. It's pulling that information from the Brain AI and feeding it into the specific questions that I'm asking Cassie, which is what I love so much about iterative AI, like regenerative AI. It's constantly learning your tone, your business, And I think one of the key differences between ChatGPT Plus and Sintra, which technically use very similar power when it comes to response services. Sintra is very much business based. So if you are a business and you really need to create the bare bones and develop those bare bones for with an app that really focuses on business development and that everywhere around that business, then Sintra is, I don't think ChatGPT can do the specific parts that Sintra can do. And it's always getting smarter, which is what I love. It's always getting smarter. So now we look at the product manual generator. So say, for example, you've got a product, okay, and you've created, so in our situation, it is an app. So we want to create troubleshooting tips for the app. So some of the questions I asked, what kind of AI models are you using? And she's pulled that from there. Health services directory. There we go. This is what you could put in your manual if you have a policy handbook or for employees, or you have like, for example, one of those user manuals for a product, like a physical or digital product. You can create an actual manual. You can add these in there. And then again, you can edit, copy, or improve, and you can keep generating until you get enough information that you can either feed to someone else or you can do it yourself, basically, which is great. So you're not having to start from scratch. And this is another one, comment responder. So say, for example, I'll show you in a moment what happens when you connect your social media and you retrieve your comments. Say, for example, questions come up in a comment on Facebook. It could be anywhere. It could be an email. Someone sent you an email. But say, for example, a comment was like, I don't like user wants more postnatal services related to diet. Let's just say that, for example. So do I want to sound friendly, professional, humorous? Let's go with humorous and see what humorous looks like. And then you can paste the comment here. So let's say absolutely sounds great. More diet related postnatal topics in the future for your comment. And let's see what happens. If you've got any more instructions you can add there. Let's see what happens when we create that comment. Hey there, we hear you loud and clear on wanting more postnatal diet tips. Our app's cooking up something nutritious and delicious just for you. Stay tuned and feel free to drop us more ideas. You never know, your suggestion might just be the next big thing on our menu. Got more on your mind? Let's chat. Amazing. Let's see what happens if we go with professional. Here we go. Thank you for your feedback. We're excited to hear your interest in postnatal services related to diet. We're actively working on expanding our offerings in this area to better support new parents. If you have any specific suggestions or needs, feel free to share with them. So it sounds a lot more professional, but also I like the tone. It's picked up my tone here. This is very much my tone. I love that it learns my tone. As you can see, it's not Americanized either. Hi there, thanks for your feedback on wanting more postal title. We're always looking to expand and improve our offerings. I hate the word offering, so I would change that. Your input is invaluable, and I'll pass this along to our team. In the meantime, stay tuned for updates and feel free to share more ideas. I quite like this one. So what I would probably do is just maybe edit a few things and then copy and then, yeah, send that over. Copy it and paste it into wherever I need to put that comment. But absolutely love this. So that just saves you from, it's pretty much like just saying, how do I write in response to the comment? This way it just keeps it all in one place as well. I like having this here because I can feed through all the comments. I've had them. Now, customer email responder. So this is like not a comment, but more like email content. So what you could do is paste the entire email, which I don't have, so I'm just going to make something up. So, dear Ayla, my regards, Kerry. I'm just making this all up. Okay. Please, friendly and humorous. Let's go with friendly and humorous, which I can't. There we go. Thanks for the kind words about our app. Let's get you tuned into those AI services. First, make sure you're connected to the internet and have the latest app version. If you're all set there, try restarting the app. If it's still being stubborn, drop us a line and we'll dive into help. Love that. Love that response. This is very much my tone. So I'm really happy that she's picked up my tone. I much prefer when you've used Sintra for as long as I have, which is months, just a few months, you start to learn that certain AI employees pick up your tone a lot better than the other employees. So, for example, the copywriter, Cassie's excellent with my tone, but you can also have Pen is great, copywriter. She's really good with my tone, and so is Soshi. All the others struggle a little bit, but that's not their area of expertise. So it really is very important to use the right employee for the right situation that you're using. It makes all the difference. And that's it. That's all the power ups that you can use. I just wanted to show you one more thing before we close off this video. You could see, well, two more things actually. So you can see that in Sintra, there is a really awesome tool where you can connect your social media channels and Soshi, who's social media channel. And we'll go into this a lot more with Soshi. I'm just going to create a very, very broad overview, but you can create posts from here and have it automatically sent to your social media accounts, which you connect here. We are going mad here. There we go. So you can connect all your social media channels here, and it will connect to each of your different platforms. So you've got connect to your main login details, and it will pick up your pages and your profiles. I haven't connected the right ones here actually because I did it I haven't got any hand to hold social media platforms yet, so I just connected all the other old ones. But we need to create new ones for hand to hold anyway. This is our next job: recruiting social media Soshi to help us with all the systems related to our new Instagram and TikTok page. That's one of the things I want to show you. When you automatically connect, what you can then do is you can auto post on social media. You don't have to give Soshi that much power, but when it comes to Cassie, this is actually in beta mode, so be very mindful that accidents can occur here. Obviously, as I said, we haven't connected any social media accounts, so then nothing is available here. But what you will see is a list of comments to review. And if you like those comments, or if you want Cassie to respond to those, respond to those comments, you can, or you can review them and post them yourself. And then you've got the daily summarizer, which I will show you here. This is your daily summary. What it does is it just gives you a nice little affirmation, a daily digest of what you've been doing. Building a future that supports and empowers parents worldwide. I love this. So this daily affirmation is amazing because it just makes you remember what your core values are and why you're doing it. I love that. I love that you have this daily summary. And then any key takeaways. What have you been focusing on? What do you need to do next? Think about your launch. This is great because this is exactly what we're focusing on at the moment. We've got our grant application deadline coming up, so we are very much gung ho with the Design Foundations grant. Once we've got the grant underway and hopefully we've succeeded, we can then plan for the upcoming launch of our app and integrate with the NHS. I haven't connected my Gmail to this one yet, so I think with another one, you should be able to see. So when you go back, you need to go back to your daily summary. Just click on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure we can set it up very quickly. Let's set it up. Daily summary. There we go. And then what you should hopefully be able to do. There we go. No new emails, which is great. That's not true because I've not connected my Outlook. So I have to wait till tomorrow to show you what that looks like for emails. But yeah, so that's really great. And then it gives you a tip of the day. Remember to break tasks into smaller steps to avoid feeling overwhelmed. This is a really good tip for me. I have an undiagnosed ADHD brain, so I feel really overwhelmed. So I want to do everything all at the same time. So I always have to tell myself to just break things down into smaller steps. Then you work slow and small and slow and so what's the saying? Slow and steady wins the race. And then a random fact. From all that oxygen that a human breathes, 20% goes to the brain. I really like this summary, so I'm going to click it and say, please give me some more. So anyway, that concludes this video for Cassie. We deep dived into Cassie's customer support and how she helps make customers feel a lot better in your business and how you can build strategies to help close that feedback loop so that you can further enhance your business constantly and have that running on the side, which is great. It is the key to business, I believe. Customer support and customer enhancements is the key to driving a successful business. You always want to make sure your customers are happy so they keep coming back for more. So that concludes the end of the video. Please give it a like if you really like this video and want more videos like this. If you have any questions, please feel free to fire away in the comment below. I will do my absolute best to respond to them and answer them to the best of my ability. If I don't have an answer for your question, I will always contact Sintra on your behalf and find out for you. And next video is going to be about Comet. So hopefully by the time of this recording, you should have that video up in the corner of your screen right now. If not, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when that video is out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I wish you all the best in your business.